Hello! I have acquired yet another box of parts. It's too late for coffee. Coke Energy. It's sacrilege. Okay, so what we got in the mail this time is the lower intake manifold gasket, which is very exciting because now that means the lower intake manifold will be gasketed and can go on the car. We've got the front radiator hose, AC Delco molded thing. And then we have the coolant elbows and also, if you can see them, the coolant elbow O-rings. But Jake, look, there's clearly O-rings on these elbows already. Yes, I know. I'll explain that. These Dorman elbows, part number 47065HP, do have O-rings on them already. Unfortunately, a massive amount of users and a whole bunch of you commenters have pointed out that there's something a bit wrong with them. These things just turn to goo after less than a year installed and cause all kinds of problems for you down the line. These are the AC Delco O-rings that would have come in this thing from the factory. These won't do that. They'll be just fine. So I'm going to put them on here and have the best of both worlds. The part numbers for the rings are 245028846 and then 15-34066. Oh, did I get a magnet? I didn't even look for a magnet. There's no stinking magnet. Oh, there it is. Found it. Ooh! It's a Buick! Also with a 3.8 liter V6. How about that? Sweet. There's a special thing about this lower intake manifold gasket set too. First of all, it's already in the car. Someone has already done this to this car, but this is a must-have for pretty much any 3800. It is Felpro MS90... Hang on. MS98014T. It's metal instead of plastic. Should hold up much, much better to the, well, the heat pump that is the M90 supercharger pumping through these things. I'd love to get this open, but I don't have my pocket knife on me right now. I need to find something else sharp. Hey, I thought I was gonna have to go buy some of this. Look at this. It came with the RTV sealant, which makes it even more egregious that whoever installed it in this car didn't use any. All right, so you can see here we have, oh, those are heavy. This is the intake gasket itself. This is a piece. This is an absolute unit of a gasket. Wow, I didn't expect that to have as much gravity in it. That's impressive. What else do we have in here? It looks like we've got two different types of valley seals. I think these are the ones we'll end up using. They're red, in the ones that are in the car, so looks like this might be a later product variant. These are kind of neat though. They've got like some locating nubblies on them. I wonder if those are for a different engine. We've got a whole bunch of O-rings, and I don't know what they're for. There's 6 of these guys, and 6 of these guys. I wonder if these are injector seals? Oh, I bet these are for naturally aspirated. Okay, so 3800 lessons, kids. Supercharged cars have different heads than naturally aspirated cars. So if you wanted to just take this blower and slap it on your naturally aspirated Buick, you're gonna have a bad time. You've got to swap heads, lower intake manifold, harmonic balancer, parts of the accessory drive, and of course the supercharger itself. The supercharged cars have the injector bungs in the heads. The naturally aspirated cars have them in the intake manifold itself. The reason for the change is because with the supercharger there, the fuel rails have to be in a different location. So I bet those are the injector seals for if your lower intake manifold is thusly equipped. That must be for the thermostat, which goes, yeah, that's thermostat housing right there. This looks like the thermostat seal itself. Might change that. These, I have no earthly idea. Are there instructions? Let's see. No. Okay, well, I'm bristling with confidence and incompetence, so I guess I might as well just get started doing, well, anything really. Let's see. Removal is the reverse of installation. Or something. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So that was glued down. I don't think that's supposed to be. Ugh. Gross. Ew. Tube of black RTV here, already punctured. Hopefully the whole tube hasn't gone bad or anything. Does that still work? Yeah, it's still good. Alright, gonna put just a pea-sized dot here on all four corners. There we go. Now we take these guys, I was wrong, we do use these, and they go on here like that. Nice locating pins and everything. That's a nice system there. New ones here only can go on one way. These also have locating dowels. Looks pretty correct. And the other side. And then another healthy pea size dollop of gasket. Something I'm trying to watch out with on the RTV is I don't want it to get inside the engine and get down in the sump, because then it can clog your oil screen and you can lose oil pressure. I am going to change the oil immediately after doing this and running the engine for a little bit. It needs done anyway, honestly. But yeah, just something to stay cognizant of. Now we need to get our big old aluminum boy in here and plunk it on down. Make sure my EGR tube's out of the way. Wiring harnesses are reasonably kempt. I just noticed something about my lower intake manifold. You see right there? Look at that. That's all full of oil. There's nothing there. That's just a void. But it's all full of oil. And I think that's from the valve cover that had a hole in it right here, dripping back down into that possibly. Seems as good of a theory as any. That's the only space like that that's full of oil. All the others are fine. That'll all get cleaned out real nice when I put this all back together and wash the engine bay. All right, now we got 12 of these 3/8 head bolts to go in. And these will have a torque spec that I'll need to follow. Okay, well, those are torqued. Just kidding. Haha, I'm doing something properly. I've got myself a click type torque wrench, and the spec here is 13 foot-pounds, though people say when you're using the aluminum gasket to go to 15. I'm gonna split the difference and do 14, because I don't trust forums. And then of course, when torquing these, we go from the middle out, alternating from front to back. And of course, make sure to steady the head here so that we don't get you know, rounding off or anything like that. Okay, well that's some hopefully happy lower intake manifold there. I am dying in my back and knees from leaning over this much, so let's do something else. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the alternator bracket and coolant hose assembly. Why GM did this, I have no idea. Here is one of the elbows. Here is another one of the elbows. Why are these elbows not just nipples coming out of the lower intake manifold to hoses? Why does it go through channels and anyway? Here is the unfortunate fellow what punched a hole in mine rear valve cover. And when I was looking at all the bolts that we took out of this, I found this one that was suspiciously shorter than the others. And if we take a look, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a swap-a-rooney there. I was sitting here going, oh, however will I break it loose? This is all so awkward and floppy. And then I realized I have the actual power of God in my hands. So let's just zip this off one-handed. If I can get the socket to seat. Hello? It is a 14, right? Guess what? It's actually a 15 mil. There we go. Oh, God. Head twists off bolt. Hey, look at that. There you go. Nice and flush now. You know how I can tell that this radiator hose works out? Because it's really swole. What isn't swole is the location of the other end of it, which is deep down in there with a stinking constant tension nonsense. So these brackets come off with a 10. Those brackets are going to come off with a 10. The radiator is going to tilt forward a little bit, and hopefully I can actually get to the stupid thing. Okay, go. Well, okay, turns out that was all mostly superfluous. I could just move this little flappy flap, and I could actually use my super nifty constant tension clamp plier thingies and clamp down on the constant tension clamp thingy, and yeah, out comes our boy. It actually wasn't on there all that tight. Oh good, more coolant. This end goes on the thermostat. And this end goes down in the deep, dark depths. Guys, if your dripping end starts looking like this, you should probably take a shower. Well, would you look at that? One more nice, shiny new part. It's even got an AC Delco sticker on it. And then you can see it go down there to the old clamp. So that's all good. And that's about it for tonight. A little short, I know, but we're getting there. A couple key components are still missing here. The rear valve cover, we still haven't found one. The supercharger oil, not here yet. The front motor mount, also not here yet. And my back is shot tonight, so I'm gonna go inside, take a shower, play some video games, and thank you all for watching. I will see you next time when hopefully this thing will run in the next episode. Thanks for watching.